Well, I titled my presentation, thanks to you, navigating in a changing landscape. Maybe the most appropriate title would have been navigating in a very challenging landscape. And because the question earlier about, in a sense, the risk of Uberization of our industry is really something we have to deal with, we have to cope. And I'd like to share with you, indeed, my absolute conviction that we have both risk and opportunities regarding the evolution of the market. We all know that we moved from info-RET when Charles Biavas invented the news agency business in 1835. I consider that Michael Bloomberg, in a sense, invented data journalism in 1981, and from the year 2000, there is obviously an incredible wave of changes, and obviously as well a very high risk of Uberization for many reasons. Free content, UGC, open data, social media. Well, a lot of significant reasons to to change really the business of news agencies, and maybe for some of them to die. But the reason why I'm very optimistic about our industry is for this reason, which is if we reinvent the news agency business, then news agencies will be on the absolute center of the industry, and this industry can grow and grow and grow. Why? And how to reinvent? I think we have to move in two ways. The first, which is the most important, and for me it relates directly to the previous panel, we have to reinvent the offer. Why? Because historically, when the information was very rare material, the change, well, the time at the moment is absolutely different. This infobesity, we all deal with this on a daily basis. So for us, what we believe in, we need to bring onto the room quality, 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 yes, but a new definition of the quality. First of all, we need to highlight our users, because of social media, they need to know what's going on social networks. We need to feed them with caviar content produced by news agency, but also they need to know on a permanent basis about immediacy, about exhaustivity, and also we need to help our client to act. And acting, it means publishing on the most effective way on their assets, from digital to prints to all of that. The second element is we have to reinvent the target. Why? Because historically, news agencies are very much working with medias. And of course, we need to keep medias as our first clients, our first laboratories, because medias are the best clients to publish quality, to bring innovation onto the room. But media are suffering a lot everywhere around the world, and there is a new generation of, let's say, media, which are the brands. Brands, they want to become media for a very simple reason. What we call, what marketers call the paid, it means media buying, is less and less effective because of ad blocking, because of new generation of consumers that are fed up with advertising. So there is something which is going to be very, very big. This is owned media. What does it mean? It means that the brands have to become media. And for this, if they are only talking about themselves, nobody will care. If they think about interesting things for people, and for this, they need to have premium quality content. They need to have news agency quality content. So very often I heard about, well, advertising companies are going to deal with it, media companies are going to deal with it. Maybe, of course, but the key player in this own business opportunity, this is for the news agency, because we produce excellent content in terms of speed, in terms of, we know all the assets of news agencies. So there is a big movement on the market. We have to deal with it. And to give you an example, when I say reinventing the target, imagine you are the head of marketing of Coca-Cola, which is a sponsor of the next Euro 2016 in France. I'm French, as you can hear. What they have to do? They have, let's say, to create a platform to entertain about the event, and they can, thanks to a radar that can let you inform minute by minute what was the most buzzing information related to this event. Thanks to a reader, they will be able also, minute by minute, to aggregate all the key contents regarding an event. And of course, on the middle of their page, they will storytell their stories. But most of the content they will be looking for will be coming from media, from news agencies, and they need absolutely to get this quality. Before the conclusion, I'd like just to show you one thing, if it works. I think it doesn't. Yes, maybe. Yeah. So when I'm talking about, sorry, I have it on my screen. Do you want to go here to see my screen? Well, I don't know how to move from my screen to your screen. But anyway, the idea was to show you what this kind of reinventing the offer means for us. If I have 1 minute. Thank you. So when I said we have to highlight our customer, and the user can be a journalist, content manager, all need great source. To do so, if you know what was the most buzzing article in the last 3 hours, thanks to a buzz index about the most shared information on Twitter and Facebook, it's really something which is important that you bring onto the room. Second element is, of course, news agencies' content has to be the caviar of this kind of platform. So, and if the clients want to get a wider content, they will have it. But more and more, they will ask for bespoke, exclusive content. Well, this is the job of a news agency to offer this opportunity. So they have to have the opportunity to do so. Second element, I told that it's very important to feed our customer and this notion of immediacy and exhaustivity. Thanks to a reader, we can do that. And the job of a news agency is to be able to select the best sources from everywhere around the world. And at the end of the day, of course, the goal is to be able to act for our clients. And if they want to act, they do something very simple. They move to the publication area. So the conclusion for me is really, yes, there is a high risk of uberization of our industry for many reasons. But if we do reinvent the offer and if we do reinvent the target, there is not only opportunity to stay alive, but to be major players on the media industry, making a lot of money. Thank you.